श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की द्वारका मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समेत गौर भक्तवृंद की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahaladala Jadayine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Nakhalaye Ito Nasimha Bharato Nasimha Ito Nasimha Bharato Nasimha O yato yato yami tato nasimha Bahe nasimha ida re nasimha Bahe nasimha ida ye nasimha Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Narasimhadim Sharanam Prapade Bolo Namaste Narasimhaya Tava kara kamalavare nakham adbhuta simha dalitam hiranyakashipo tanu vringa keshavadrita nara hari rupa jaya jagadisha hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव। जय नर हरे नर हरे नर हरे जय नर हरे। जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज। ओ जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद। विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान के, प्रहलाद महाराज के।
हरे कृष्णा। अभी यहाँ पे भगवत गीता पे प्रवचन होगा अंग्रेजी में, तो सभी भक्त को निवेदन की कृपया नीचे बैठ जाइए। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा। सबसे अनुवाद है, जो भी आगे भक्त दर्शन ले रहे कृपया नीचे बैठ जाइए या फिर थोड़ा पीछे हो जाइए। अभी भगवत गीता पे प्रवचन होगा अंग्रेजी में, तो कृपया शांति बनाए रखें। हरे कृष्ण।
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी माधवा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यमुनातीरा वनचारी। यमुनातीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यमुनातीरा वनचारी। यमुनातीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Shri Gopal Jaya Shri Gopal. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone to this today's evening Bhagavad Gita session. We are reading from third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Karma Yoga, text 28. If you have a Google on phone, just type BG 3.28, you will get this shloka, and please repeat after me. Tattvavittu mahabaho Tattvavittu mahabaho Gunakarma vibhagayo गुणकर्मा विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते इति मत्वा न सज्जते तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयो गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयो गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते. So what word? Tattvavit, the knower of the absolute truth. 2. But Mahabaho, O mighty armed one. Guna karma, of work under material influence. Vibhaga yogoha, difference. Gunaha, senses. Guneshu, in the sense gratification. Vartante, are being engaged. Iti, thus. Matva, thinking. Na, never. Sanjate, become attached. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. One who is in knowledge of absolute truth, one mighty armed, does not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the difference between the work in devotion and work for fruitive result. Purport: the knower of the absolute truth is convinced of his awakened position, awkward position in the material association. He knows that he is the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and that this position should not be in the material creation. He knows his real identity as a part and parcel of the Supreme, who is eternal bliss and knowledge. And he realizes that somehow or other he is entrapped in the material conception of life. In this pure state of existence, he is meant to dovetail his activity in devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He therefore engages himself in the activity of Krishna consciousness and become naturally unattached to the activities of material senses, which are all circumstantial and temporary. He knows that his material condition of life is under the supreme control of Lord. Consequently, he is not disturbed by all kinds of material reactions, which he considered to be the mercy of the Absolute. According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, one who knows the absolute truth in 3 different features, namely Brahman, Paramatma, and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is called Tattvavit. For he knows also his own factual position in relationship with the Supreme. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruhu Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखानितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पुंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवम्। Hare Krishna, good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for coming and taking out your valuable time. As we are reading Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, named as Karma Yoga. And before I begin my presentation, I was getting reminded of one story. One time, Albert Einstein, his famous theory of relativity, and when he proposed and he formulated this theory, and he presented to each and every universities, centers, and as he was going to different centers and giving presentations, and one day he was so much tired, and morning presentation over, afternoon presentation over. Now again one presentation at the evening at different universities. And that time there was no Zoom as such. Now today's, if you go to the Zoom and you can give to the lot of people at one time, more than thousands of people. So olden times there was no Zoom, there was no WhatsApp, there was Instagram, Facebook. Always people say, I'm on Instagram now, you can just live it. So now there was nothing as such modern technology, but he has to go every place and he has to give the sessions. And afternoon session is over and he was literally tired, and he was just murmuring in the vehicle, my body is paining, everything is there. So thus, whenever he gives his presentation, his drivers was always with him. Whenever, just like a presentation is going on, the driver is sitting behind somewhere. And he was also listening this theory of relativity. And one day, suddenly this driver told, if you are tired, sir, can I give my presentation? Can I give your presentations? He said, what? You can able to give this presentation? Yeah, from many days, I was listening your presentation every day and night. And I could able to recollect each and every part, whatever you said. See it really? And that time there was no WhatsApp, there was no YouTube, they look like similar. And nowadays, some personality comes, he will get photos. But there was no Einstein photo as such. He has to go and he has to present. So they look like the same. So he said, this time I will try, you sit behind. He said, okay. I will do it. So he went up to, and sitting in the dais, in the podium, he started presenting one after another theory and his concept. Very nicely, scrutinizingly, he was just telling. And all the people sitting in the classroom was so much, pleased and full of wisdom class given by the driver. And everyone clapped. Very nice class, very nice presentation. And after that, whenever the session is over, normally people, whenever they have a doubt, they ask question, right? Whenever they have a doubt, they ask question. So the one person raised his hand, "Sir, I have a doubt." And he questioned to the pretender Einstein. And he heard. And he can able to deliver the class nicely. But if some other intricacies, he don't know. So, with an intelligent way, he told, question is very simple. That even the driver sitting behind can answer your question. So, this is like, I was getting reminded of these stories. So, I am sitting here. Today is my first day. Very open to you all. Giving the presentation, sitting on an elite dais here. On this seat, there are so many great Vaishnavas have already given them beautiful sessions. And through their glorious sessions, I got little nourishments. I grew my Krishna consciousness. I offer my all respectful obeisances at their lotus feet. And all the spiritual teachers, all my all acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and all the senior Vaishnavas. Through them, I got some knowledge, and I'm trying to present to you. So there is no credit of as such, but anything I have a credit. I am genuinely practicing this Krishna consciousness here. That is the only credit I have. So this way, I beg, request to each and everyone, please bless me so I can able to continue my session. And whatever I am telling, this is for my purification and for yours knowledge and Lord's pleasure. So thank you very much. So now we are at this chapter. What do you call chapter name? Can somebody tell me? What is the chapter name? Karma Yoga, right? How many of you ate vada pav here? Mumbai ate. We are Mumbaian peoples. How many, if you go down, you will get a vada pav. There is different types of vada pav, jumbo vada pav. There is, and the vada pav has also different categories. There is batata vada, samosa vada, bhajia vada. By the way, aloo is constant in the same. But everything, batata vada. Why is vada pav is known by vada, samosa pav known by his samosa? Because it gives us meaning to it. It gives us significance to it. It gives us taste to it. So similarly, Acharya says, this Bhagavad Gita, actually Acharya said it is like a jewel box, but nowadays people don't carry the jewels. So they don't have box only. What to speak of jewel box. So now a vada pav is very common. So it looked like a vada pav only. No? This upper lid of this vada or this jewel box is first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And it starts with the first Arjuna's Vishada Yoga. Then second chapter Sannyasa Yoga. Then third chapter Karma Yoga. And there are many more. So these are the ones of the 6th chapter, first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita. They call it as a Karma Yoga. Then last 6 chapter from 13 onwards to 18. They call it as a Jnana Yoga. And the middle chapter, they are called as Bhakti Yoga. So these 3 categories are mentioned. So now today, after every Sunday we discuss about this Bhagavad Gita. So on many sessions we have completed, and in the middle session also you heard about this Karma Yoga principle. In the second chapter, Krishna, that's why the second chapter's name is the summary of Bhagavad Gita. Summary of Bhagavad Gita means the entire, whatever spoken in the Bhagavad Gita is, in a nutshell, you can get it in the chapter number 2. That is called as Sankhya Yoga. And in that chapter, Krishna also speaks this Karma Yoga. Okay, what is the difference between Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga? There are so many yogas. So what is the difference? So if, like come to the point, this yoga is nothing but, it is the dhatu, Sanskrit dhatu called as yuja. And this dhatu yuja means connect ourselves. Connecting to what? Now the question is, connecting to what? Or connecting to where? So this karma talks about action. Karma means action. So when your action in connection for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, for the divine pleasure, that become Karma Yoga. When your action, whatever activity you do, like Krishna Bhagavad Gita says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayashyati Tadaham Bhakti Uparam Ashnami Prayatatmana. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, if you want to, if you can offer me whatever you have, Patram Pushpam, wherever you will get. So beyond that, some people say, oh Prabhuji, I don't have Patram also. Where will it? Pushpam also, very costly outside. Krishna come to that level, So Krishna said, Yat karoshi yadashnashi yajhosi dadasya yatapasasi kauntya mat kurushva madarpana. Hey Arjuna, whatever you do activity, please dedicate your activity to me. Devote your activity to me. So that is called as Karma Yoga, doing action in Krishna consciousness. Then the second level is Jnana Yoga. Jnana means simple English terminology called as knowledge. When you are pursuing this knowledge for the pleasure of Supreme Lord, or want to connect with the Supreme Lord, or want to know Tattva with. If you want to know the Tattva, like in the Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kasyit yatati siddhet yatatam api siddhanam kasyim mamveti tattvataha. Tattvataha means you want to understand, or you should understand. Tattvataha means full philosophically, analytically, and logically about who is that supreme person. So in that shloka, Manushyanam sahasreshu, we are so fortunate that we got this human form of life. Acharya says, Bharat bhumite hoila manushya jalma jal, jalma sartak kari kar paropakar. We have got this blessing that we born in such a place where wherever you go, all our direction they go to some spiritual place. That's why even though we are not that much metropolitan, but still our divinity is always wherever you go. If you go to south, if you go to north, if you go to east, west, wherever you will go, you will find some of the glorious personality, or you will find the glorious Supreme Lord's feature. To love, to connect, and to understand why He is there. And want to know the reason behind it, want to know the science behind it. So that is called as Jnana. I want to learn it. I want to connect with Him through the platform of Jnana. That become the Jnana Yoga. And third is the Bhakti Yoga. That is called as Ashtanga Yoga. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, they call it as Ashtanga Yoga. So this Ashtanga Yoga means doing some particular exercises, meditation to connect to the Lord through the process of yogic connection. That become the Ashtanga Yoga. And the third and the topmost is the Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means you are surrendering ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paryupasate tesha nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. This LIC policies, how many of you have just observed this? Their tagline is Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Very nicely somebody said. So Yogakshemam, actually they copied from Bhagavad Gita. There are so many things they copied from Bhagavad Gita and that give us a tag. So this is Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, one who meditates Ananya Chintan Karna, Chintan Karna, though meditating on the Supreme Lord. And how is meditating? Without any hindrance, without any stoppage, without any break. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam ye jana paryupasate tesha nitya abhiyuktanam yo. Whatever he has, I will protect. And whatever he lacks, I will provide. Very nice. Krishna said, but there is one condition. Krishna, I don't have vehicle. Mercedes chahiye ghar mein. But Krishna says, till the time you become Ananyas Chintayan, I will not provide this. So this is called as Ananyas Chintayantoma. But we don't look for a material pleasure. We want to look for a spiritual connection. So that is called as Sarvasva. Offering our entire thing, whatever we have action, we have meditation, we have intelligence, whatever we have, we should offer to the Lord. And that become the Bhakti Yoga. The small things, start with the small things. Even our spending a time in the temple is also offering something in the form of devotion to the Lordship. So that's why this is called as Karma Yoga. And so I was just going through this Karma Yoga history. In Padma Puran, the story, one time Lakshmi Devi asked Lord Vishnu, there are so many Bhagavad Gitas are there. Can you give me the Gita Mahatmya? So then Lord Vishnu says, okay, I will tell you one by one. So he gave the story behind the importance of chapter 3 in Padma Puran. That is called as Gita Mahatmya. In Uttar Khanda, it talks about in the chapter number 175 to 192, this talk about Gita Mahatmya. If you read about Bhagavad Gita, there is also some of the shlokas from the Gita Mahatmya. So in that Gita Mahatmya, the Lord Vishnu tells this to Lakshmi Devi. So there was one Brahmana, his name was Jada. And he was living in a Kaushik village, in a Janasthan, the place. And he was so much, following the Brahmanical principle, but due to some, his conditioning or attraction, he changed his activity. He changed his practices. And he started doing in the commercial business or doing a Vaishya kind of business. And due to he got attracted, as once loses his profession and does others' professions nicely, over a period of time, your nature is not meant for that activity. But still, you feel I am skillful, I am intelligent, I can do it. But over a period of time, you may get fail. So this is way, he got attracted to drinking alcohol, playing gambling, illicit sex, and so many non-religious activity. इसलिए भगवद गीता श्रेयान स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मो स्वनुष्यतः स्वधर्मे निधनम श्रेय परधर्मो भयावह. It is better to do our prescribed duty even faultfully, run others' duty perfectly. So that's why paradharmo bhayava. And due to being so much attracted to woman, wealth, prestige, and drinking alcohol and so non-religious activity, he exhausted his money. And then after exhaustion, people look after for money. Like a drinker, if he don't get money in the morning or evening or afternoon, whole day he thinks about where will I get money, or whom to call, or whom to say, I can plan something. I cooked up one stories so he can give me money. His motive is to enjoy. So similarly, he also felt that I want to enjoy, I want to drink. Then he started stealing. He started robbing. And one day, while doing this all activity, he thought in north, there is a full of market where people comes with a lot of big jewels. So I will go and I will steal that jewels. Okay, he decided, he went. And this travel was very far. Then he reached that destination. He used his intelligence to steal some of the precious jewels and sandalwood paste, everything, whatever there are so important thing, and he started stealing. And now he coming back to his village. And once people comes to know, people watch what you do, where you go. Sometimes if you are in something in inappropriate state, people watch. So he was getting observed. But somehow or other, while he was returning to some place, he was sitting under the tree, and he was about to take rest, and robbers came. And they knew that he has something valuable in his hand. Then they came and they killed him. And after killing, they took all the jewels, and so many days passed. His sons, his wife was waiting, when will our husband come, when will my father will come. So they were searching, and the son is very devoted, very following religious principle very nicely. So he went up to his teacher. So this is called as, our truly nature. When we are confused, we don't want to do anything, we don't know about what to do, we have to approach some senior, some teacher who can clarify. Our mind is full of confusion, and to clarify it, clean it, we need to approach some person who can wash or who can guide us. Similar with the Bhagavad Gita. When Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was literally, he was in the painful situations, and at the end he gave all the kind of, answers to Krishna. Krishna, I don't want to fight, yaar. I don't want to fight. What to do? And he gave number of reasons, compassion, so many things are there, 5-6 reasons he gave. And after that, Krishna was kept quiet, didn't speak anything. And after that he says, Krishna, I don't want anything. Please, karpanya dosho pahata svabhava pruchhami tvam sarma dhammuda cheta yat sheyasya nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. My dear Krishna, I am sammuda cheta. My all intelligence is lost now. I am bewildered my duty. Please help me. I can't take any decision in my life. I am completely in indecision now. And Shishyasteham Shadhimam Tvam Prama, I surrender unto you, my Lord. There is no option for me. And he also started. Even the Arjuna was such a scholarly person. He takes the shelter at Krishna's lotus feet and ready to accept. And at the end, this is the 2.7, and at the end of 18th chapter, after connecting to the spiritual teacher, he says, 18.73, Nashtamoho smritir labdhva tvat prasadat maya chuta stitosmin gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. My dear Lord, after hearing this entire Bhagavad Gita, I heard about Karma Yoga, I heard about Bhakti Yoga, I heard about Jnana Yoga. After hearing this entire thing, now I regained my knowledge. Sammuda Cheta. now my mind is bewildered when I started my presentation to you, my Krishna. But now, after hearing this Gita, entire, I am nashtamoho. My all the moha or attraction is evaporated. Nashtamoho. Smritir labdva. I regained my consciousness, I regained my knowledge. Tvat prasadat maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha. Now please tell me, my Lord, what I should do. Karishye vachana. Whatever you will say, I will follow. There is no other question in my life. So same thing, he approached his spiritual teacher, and by seeing the compassion being his dedication, his genuine practice, and his Brahminical quality, he said, oh, the situation is very bad. And he already got to know that some from his friend that his father was get killed. And then he told entire history of his father to the spiritual teacher. And he said, whatever happened is happened. Now, what is your duty is to do Antya and Samskar of your father. Go for a Tarpana. Go to Varanasi to do this Tarpan. And I request you to chant every day one chapter or recite one chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day. He said, okay, whatever teacher you say, I will follow. So every day he started his journey back to Varanasi and offering all tarpanas. So while he was just traveling back to that place, in between that the same tree came, and accidentally he decided to sit under this tree. And as per the Guru says, he did his Sandhya Vandanam. Evening time were there. He did his Sandhya Vandanam. After that, as per the Guru's instruction, he started reciting third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now we have also recited. So he started reciting. And after a few shloka of recitation, the sound came from sky. And this divine person appeared in front of his son. And that divine person was nothing but a Jada. And he having this 400 form and a divine looking. And he said, Father, how come you are here and with this kind of posture? He said, I am so much glad by your recitation. I am so fortunate that I got this son. He's so much religious. And because of your practices of chanting, recitation of this chapter 3, I got this divine person. I became the divinity has come to me. I got the shelter of Supreme Lord. But what was your position? How could you get this position now? So after my killing, I was also sitting here as a ghost, because my life cycle is not completed yet. I was roaming around here and there. I was sitting here. But because of your prayers, because of your chanting, and with genuinely chanting, I got this blessing from the Lord. So after offering, now you don't have to go to or any kind of daya or do tarpana. Now everything is over. I will go home, my spiritual abode. Then he requested, okay, now please Father, tell me anything is welfare for me, anything good I can do, or what is the best for me. Please advise me about my well-being and what else should I do. Then he said, okay. Now similarly my brother is also struggling in hell. So please chant more these shlokas, my brothers will also get delivered. He said, okay. And he started, okay, what to speak of his brother? Even I will chant and the hellish people will get delivered. He said, oh yes, I will do it. Then he started his recitation every day, doing Sandhya Vandan. As he was doing, the message is going to the Vishnu Dutas. And as he was just praying, all the ancestors, one by one, they are going from hellish life to the spiritual life, going to the spiritual abode. And every day he was just seeing someone is going. And after that, one day he decided, I will remove entire the Narak Vasis to the spiritual world. And he started praying, and all the Vishnu Dutas came. Lord Vishnu ordered them, you please go and get all the spiritual souls, because of the prayer of his son. So one by one he started, and all the Vishnu Dutas came to Yamaraj. He is the in charge of hell. So he started, and after Vishnu Dutta said, every day you are coming and taking someone. Is this your plan to empty my house? I have given some duty by my Lord to do some actions. There are so many people outside there doing some irreligious activity or not doing some religious activity. I need to punish them. This is my duty. But they said, Lord has said to us, get all the spiritual souls. Then he said, okay, I will also join with you and ask Lord, how I will perform my duty if no one is inside. And then started coming to Lord Vishnu. And Lord Vishnu was lying on a snake bed with Lakshmi Devi massaging the lotus feet. And the Yamadharaj started glorifying, oh my Lord, you are Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. You are doing entire duty. Whatever people are doing is because of your blessings, one after another. He was glorifying the Lord. And after that, he told to Lord, my Lord, every day, your Vishnu Dutas are coming and taking one soul. Now my house is completely empty now. No one is there. How will I perform my duty, Baba? Then Lord Vishnu said, don't worry. There are so many souls in this world. They will not follow the spiritual activity. But there are some souls who practice and chants this Bhagavad Gita shlokas every day. You please, send them to the spiritual abode. And don't worry. So this is the blessing. If we chant every day this chapter 3, we will get the blessing from Lord Vishnu. We will achieve the final destination, that is the spiritual abode. So this way, our Bhagavad Gita, his chapter 3 is so much important. In Srila Prabhupada, I just recollect, Srila Prabhupada, one time I was reading Leelamrut. It is a biography of Srila Prabhupada. A very beautiful book. If you go to there is one gift shop, you go to down, and there is a small book called as Srila Prabhupada. You can go and please read this book. A very nice book of His Divine Grace biography. So in that one time, the Satsvarup Das Goswami writes that Srila Prabhupada said, if anyone recite Bhagavad Gita daily without fail, his spiritual destination is confirmed. So this is the biggest blessing to all of us. If we recite every day one shloka or one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, our spiritual destination is fixed. So this is very important. And now, this chapter 3 is Karma Yoga. Like in a Sanskrit terminology, the first name is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga or Sanya Nirikshana Yoga. And this chapter name is Karma Yoga. If you see the Prabhupada's translation, Prabhupada emphasizes upon first chapter, first verse, first chapter's name is Observing the Armies on the Battlefield. But there are the two names, another names of, the first chapter is, Sanskrit name is Sanya Nirikshana Yoga and Arjuna Vishada Yoga. And Prabhupada changed the English to mainly Arjuna Vishada Yoga to the Sanya Nirikshana Yoga. But here, Prabhupada did not change this Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the similar terminology Prabhupada used for English also. So why? Because this Karma Yoga is very important. No one can run from this Karma Yoga action in their life. So Arjuna, after his agony or after his many questions to Krishna, now Krishna wanted to tell about what is action. Arjuna saying, I want, and I will go to the, sannyas. I will take sannyas. I will go to jungle. I don't want to fight, my Lord. And after that, Arjuna requesting for renunciation and action. So this verse, this chapter talks about this Arjuna's dilemma of renunciation or action. So renunciation is, this Jnana Yoga is very difficult. And prescribed action in detachment, that is called as Nishkama Karma Yoga, is better to Arjuna rather than running away from his duty. Just like I told you, a few days, few minutes earlier, that even one's duty, once born in a Brahmana family, he should do that activity only. You should not do others' activity. And then Arjuna was deciding, Arjuna was planning to do, going to the sannyas, going for a Brahmanical culture. And then Krishna says, please don't go, this does not suit to you. And this shlok number 28, it talks about the Arjuna's qualified for renunciation. He holds still do not do Nishkama Karma Yoga to set right example. There are the two types of Karma Yoga. One is Sakama or second is Nishkama. Sakama Karma Yoga or Nishkama Karma Yoga. Sakama Karma means we are doing some action, but behind that action there is some agenda behind it. Just like normally when we were in the engineering college, sometimes we glorify our friends. Kya yaar, tu itna bada intelligence hai. So we'll get little glorified, and after that, people request, thoda assignment de de bhai, likhna hai. Give me assignment. I want to write. I want to copy, by the way. Hamara jivan, entirely our jivan is like a copy paste only. You internet copy and paste. Whatever you do, copy paste. So we were also doing the same. So this is called as Karma Yoga, Sakama. Sakama means there is something which we desire to get from someone, get from people, get from things, get from the society, get from the nation. That is Sakama Karma Yoga. And there is another called as Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama means even I am performing this action, but behind action there is no agenda, there is no alternative motive. There is no ulterior motive. And when you do this action, you don't want anything from them. You are just doing this action for their pleasure. That becomes the Nishkama Karma Yoga. You will not get bound. And that's why Karma Bandham Prahasyasi. You will be relieved from this Karma Bandhana. When you are doing this activity with Sakama, you will get bound. And as you get bound, the new cycle starts, one after another, one after another. Then this connections to the previous action, then previous action connection to all previous action. That become a cycle. If you want to break this cycle, you need to devote your action. You do some activity in your life, at least a small activity. And doing some sweeping activity here without any agenda, no one will look at me. No one will tell me, Prabhuji, what a beautiful sweeping you are doing. No one will tell you, everything, you have to practice this small activity every day, then your life become Nishkama Karma Yoga. So this Arjuna should fight, but no, he has to keeping his mindset for the pleasure of Krishna. And this shloka, this 28 shloka, this Krishna speak about attached worker, that is karma kandi, and second is detached worker, the one who is karma yogi. Karma kandis are always, just like I told, sakamis. They are always in desire to get something. So that's why one time our great spiritual teacher, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, one person came to Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and told Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, please give me blessing. He said, why you want blessing? So I want to do my 4th marriage. Please give me a blessing. So I will bless you. Your life, a material life, will end here. So this is way people look after for, pleasure, sakames, and karma yogis. Karma yogis means detached worker. Now here, Tattvavittu Mahabaho. Mahabaho is actually telling to Arjuna, his Mahabahu. Why he called Mahabahu? Because he fought. Actually, do you know that there are different levels of Ardharathi, Atirathi, Maharathi? The Maharathi means the person who fights 60,000 warriors at a time. That is called as Maharathi. 60,000 warriors. And Arjuna is the Maharathi. Even he fought with Lord Shiva. And he got the boon from Lord Shiva. Pashupatastra. And then he used this Pashupatastra for killing Jayadratha. So Tattvavittu Mahabaho, that become Tattvaveti. Just like I told you, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhayat Yatanam Abhisiddhanam Kashin Vaveti Tattvataha. We want to understand Supreme Lord. And these people, Manushyanam Sahasreshu, among thousands and millions, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhayat, someone practice this spirituality. And practice for some siddhis, yogic process. And while doing this, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kasati Yatati Siddhayat, he attains that some siddhis, but Krishna goes beyond. Yatatam api siddhanam, whatever these are the siddhis people they have, whatever the siddhas they are, among thousands, one become, Yatatam api siddhanam kashin, कोई तो एक है ना, kashin माम वेति तत्वतः, बहुत दुर्लभ होता है, very rare. That person who knows tattvatah. Always we need to try. We need to understand. If you are sitting here and we did not do anything about some courses here, either DYS course, Bhagavad Gita course, we should join. We should understand who is this Lord, why we are coming here, what is our connection to the Lordship. If we don't understand, we are definitely following some devotional activity, but our mind is always cheat us. We get deluded. And some tricky question, some analytically answer, some people, gives us some analogy, and our faith gets deteriorated. Our gets shaken up. That's why it is very important. There are so many Bhagavad Gita classes is going on, DYS courses is going on, youth program is going on, girls program is going on. Please join some of the courses, some of the programs. And then, Tattvataha, you will understand the Lord. Tattvavittu Mahabhavo Guna Karma Vibhagaya Guna Guneshu Vartante. And whatever, in a previous shloka, actually people believe that everything is I am doing, मैं कर रहा हूँ, मेरे से सब कुछ हो रहा है. But Bhagavad Gita says, this 2.27, Prakrite kriyamanani gune karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma karta hamiti manyate. This vimudatma, he is buddha, intelligent, unintelligent. Vimudatma, ahankara vimudatma, that he is become more egoistic, ahankar. Karta ham, मैं कर रहा हूं सब. Karta ham iti manyate. But who is doing? Prakrite kriyamanani. Gunah karmani. There are 3 different gunas. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So everything is under these 3 modes. And this all the 3 modes are doing all our actions. Even in the morning, afternoon, evening, everything it divides into these 3 gunas. And we are bound by these 3 gunas. And slowly, by practicing devotional service, we have to downtilt ourselves to mode of goodness. Maybe we are at the mode of tamoguna, rajaguna, but we have to come to the mode of goodness always. How this will come? This will only come by strong practice. Guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. Do not engage himself in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well difference between the work in devotion and work for the fruitive results. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Bhagavad Gita ki. So thank you so much. Now we'll have kirtan, and after that we'll have Shayan Darshan also. So anyone has any question, one questions I can take. Otherwise, we'll have a kirtan now. So thank you so much for patiently listening. I am very indebted to you. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. सब बोलिए।
हरे कृष्ण। श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण